So, the trailer for the new upcoming zombies map for Black Ops Cold War, Firebase Z, finally got released today, and before doing this video, it occurred to me that I could have just done a reaction video on this because that probably would have done well, but I forgot to and ended up watching the trailer earlier today, so we're doing the second best thing on my thoughts because that's a series that I haven't been doing as much lately aside from one video, so this is as good of an excuse as any to do another My Thoughts episode as far as I'm concerned. So here are my thoughts on Black Ops Cold War's Firebase Z trailer. So as we're watching the trailer, we're obviously following Samantha Maxis and what she's up to until we eventually get to this big ass portal, which that's nothing new for zombies. Anyone who's been around for a little bit, at the very least, is aware of how essential portals are in zombies, and with some maps like Darius, which was the first one to have that sort of thing, along with Pack-a-Punch and all that, man, that map really just set off so much shit that's now a thing in zombies to this just to this day, which that's crazy over a decade later, but we're not here about that map. So the general map, I'm really liking the look of it. This is the sort of thing I was expecting going into it, considering the rumors and leaks about how it was based in Vietnam and in a base in Vietnam, and this pretty much resembles exactly what I was thinking and hoping for. And it honestly also reminds me of some Black Ops 1 maps, like Shangri-La, for example. The color palettes definitely remind me of that, which granted, I know this is based off of one of the campaign missions from Black Ops Cold War. Like, I think it was the second mission, the first Vietnam mission, where you travel back to 1968. I know that's based off of that map, but it still does give me some Black Ops 1 vibes. And honestly, I'm cool with it being based off of a campaign map, for the fact that that's nothing new for zombies. Like, anyone who's been around since World at War will tell you that that's how zombies first got started off. Knocked, for example, that was based off of, I think, the third level of World at War's campaign. I think the level is called Little Resistance, where you're invading those Japanese bases while fighting as the Americans. And then from there, it got featured as its own map in World at War as a multiplayer map until eventually it was also in zombies. It was in every aspect of that game. And it was the same thing with Verrucht and how that was based off of a campaign and multiplayer mission. As well as, I think, Shinonuma, although I don't exactly remember. Although I do remember for Darius, it was based off of what was just exclusively a multiplayer map. I don't recall there being any single-player aspects. But either way, this is nothing new for zombies, and if this is what they decided to do going forward, and they decided to go back to this instead of having completely new maps altogether, honestly, I'm fine with that, because as far as I'm concerned, zombies' best maps, all in all, were based off of campaign and multiplayer levels. So if that's what they decide to do, I'm cool with that. And I'll take that over bringing back, like, Darius for the 100th time. Which, I get why they do it with Noct, because that's the first ever map, and the way they went about it with Die Machine, I was cool with that because it wasn't the full map. It was just a section of an overall brand new map that just so happened to be based off of a pre-existing and the first ever one. And doing more of that, I'm cool with that, because if it means that we just get a bunch of new area to explore on top of getting our fill of nostalgia, that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, we don't need to see Darius itself popping up in every single game. But that's just what I think. But I'm definitely interested in seeing how this map comes together. I'm hoping that there's some more story elements, since Die Machine really didn't do anything with that, especially because you're not playing as a specific crew no more. You're just playing as random multiplayer operators. But, you know, getting more story elements in some way, which it seems like this map is gonna start doing a bit of that with all the characters that we see. I'm really hoping for some more story elements with that, and I'm hoping that this map has its own vibe that's unique from Die Machine, and apparently this map was going to originally be the second launch map for the game, but was then pushed back to now Season 1, February 4th, which there's rumors that it could have been because they wanted to add more onto it, from what I've heard, but Of course, like any rumor, that's all to be taken with a grain of salt. But either way, it's nice finally getting a brand new map. It's nice getting some new substantial zombies content that is also free for those who have forgotten. This map is completely free. It even states it in the trailer. It's a free update, which, that's great. That's awesome. That is fantastic. And having something more substantial than fucking Jingle Hell's Bells, Smell My Balls, whatever it is, or Cranked, you know, those throwaway modes which were around for a limited time, which, yeah, listen, as long as this is a annual series, removing content and putting it back in like it's a live service, which is free and you never have to buy a new game for, like, God, it's dumb. Like, just leave the modes in. Leave Cranked in. Granted, I haven't touched it, but just leave it in as extra content. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. That's what I think of this this map and what we're going to be getting with it as presented in this trailer. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it, and those are my thoughts on it. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for future content coming soon, as well as turn on the notification bell and set it to all notifications, and I'll see you all next time. But until then, I'm out. Later.